I hate the city. I can't spend a single week in one without feeling trapped like an animal. The lights and constant noise make my head spin. Not to mention the people. It's not how many there are, but what they are exposed to that makes me want to leave. All these people running around in a maze of skyscrapers and city streets chasing paychecks, and caught up in a complicated 21st century state of mind that grips people like Stockholm Syndrome. The buzz of social media and reality TV shows adds to the madness to make our lives complicated without reason. And the worst part about all of this madness is that it is accepted as an ideal American lifestyle. Every smartphone company and hardware giant all try to sell us on the idea that technology will make our lives easier, when in truth they just make it one more thing to add to our daily to-do list. I believe in simplicity, the idea that has been embraced by many such as Henry David Thoreau and modern Buddhism. I believe in putting aside the complication, putting down the technology for a few minutes, and living a simple, wholesome life. We as people can benefit from a slower paced life without all the gadgets and social media, and by putting aside the things that don't matter as much to us and instead focus on what really matters. When we become caught up with balancing our busy lives, we start taking the gifts we have for granted and missing out on the simple things in life. We stop cherishing every moment and become so focused on the future that we miss out on the present and the beauty of life and the world around us. Since I was a little kid, I've been asking myself, why couldn't I have been born in another century, when people could enjoy the beauty of nature and simple life no matter where they were? I always wanted to live in the Wild West, or the early 1900s, when neighborhoods were smaller and closer, relationships were more personal, and neighbors helped neighbors. And if you couldn't earn money, you could live off the land. This is the type of life I still want to live. I want a life where we can embrace the little things, where I can live consciously and simply, in a way where I can appreciate life more every day and get out of the rat race. Unfortunately, one thing the 21st century hasn't yielded in technology is the ability to time travel. So we can't live in a different era, but we can still try to live that type of life today. All we have to do is turn off cell phones and electronics and focus on the moment. Put aside your virtual farms and go plant some real flowers. And once you've planted those flowers, take the time to enjoy their scent. Or maybe go out with some friends instead of spending your entire night surfing the web. And while you're out with them, try to resist the urge to Instagram your meal. Instead, enjoy the conversation with your peers. No media, no notifications, just the here and now. Simple. I find my simplicity in the outdoors. It clears my mind and heightens my senses. Hunting, hiking, or just being in wide open spaces helps me appreciate the wonder of the world we live in. They unlock an exhilarating feeling that my Xbox or my smartphone would never be able to give me. For you, it might be something else that gives you these feelings. When you find it, hold on to it, and allow yourself to get lost in the moment. I believe you can't truly appreciate life until you slow down and see things in a more simplistic manner. Turn off the devices and live in the moment. Simplicity can set you free. This, I believe.